It's a challenge because I'm not the only auteur. There's the composer is right there. I wonder what it would be like if Puccini was in the rehearsal room when I was doing like a production of Tosca, where she doesn't jump off, and at the end, I don't know, would he be horrified or would he be like, oh yeah, okay, that's interesting? I don't know. She and I had a long phone conversation where I sort of tried to explain to her the ideas and my feelings about the piece, and she was on the phone. She was like, "Oh yeah, yeah. Oh no, that all really sounds interesting." And she had a very, very, strong, detailed response to what I had said. And then, so she's no pushover. But I think it's been really good for me. This process takes me out of my comfort zone, and always a good thing. And each one deals with a specific, I guess, sort of somewhat dysfunctional relationship between a man and a woman. Lamento d'Arianna, which is just the only remaining fragment from one of the lost Monteverdi operas. It's a cool, interesting piece, which is rather a paradigm about a woman's position in our our patriarchal world. A man assumes that his kingdom, his future, is of more importance than a woman's. The combattimento, the fight between Tancredi and Clorinda. It's very like one of the great battle of the sexes pieces. It just puts it all right there in this nutshell, this intense kind of 23-minute long piece. People who know that story pretty much know it from the Shakespeare play Midsummer Night's Dream. Nonetheless, Shakespeare also pretty much used the Pyramus and Thisbe story as the basis for the plot of Romeo and Juliet. It's very close, so it's clearly based on that. And even though he mocked it in Midsummer Night's Dream, in Romeo and Juliet, he took that story very seriously, as does, of course, Barbara Monk Feldman in this piece. This is only kind of a rumination based on this story. It's quite a abstract piece and a really fascinating kind of contemplative, very quiet, very still. And often these pieces, when they were first done, they were like not just relevant, but they were kind of disturbing and scandalous. Were great failures because the people weren't really ready for them yet. To me, that's a strong reason for trying to make a piece from the past relevant. Wake an audience up to them and make them take them in, and by doing that, make them relate them to their own experience or the world that we're living in now, and reconnect with it, and what's timeless about it, and what's still has a lot to say to us in our moment, even though it's from a few hundred years ago. I'll say goodbye to Schmopera, but I actually do to read the blog, so it's not a farewell. I'll be lurking out there, taking it in.